Today we'll be looking at the Ephemera 7 common manuals you can earn in Update 8.7 for Fire Emblem Heroes. For 300 Ephemera, our first 5-star manual is Summer Ogma. He has threat and speed and defense, but you can find that on Zero or Gi. Ogma has a decent A skill in attack and speed solo 3. This is on Summer Male Shez, but if you merged them up, this may be a cheaper source. For his inheritable lance, Ogma has the Trident Plus. For teammate, every turn, if you're within 3 spaces of an ally, the user gets a +6 attack field buff. If you fight within 3 spaces of an ally, you get +5 attack and defense in combat. Very simple weapon, it's sort of like an OC skill. If you want a similar lance, Heroic Girl Summer Norn's Shell Point Lance is the same weapon, but it gives a defense field buff instead of attack. Now Summer Ogma is an okay 5-star common manual, but nothing I would consider a must grab. Next up is Summer Nifl. Guess we know where she's been hiding from the last Tempest Trials. Nifl has Glimmer, attack and speed catch 4. Still a decent A skill, although it's mainly to give range cows and flyers a stat booster that works on both phases. If you use Theal, she has the tier 3, so Nifl can pass along the tier 4 herself. With this, you can also grab Speed and Res Near Trace 3. Now, there aren't many Dragon Cavaliers or offensive flying dragons, but this is quite a rare Near Trace variant. If you did want a Kanto for a speedy magical damage dealer, maybe we'll see a tier 4 one day, but you can use this Nifl for that path. A niche for this specific common manual is if you want a serviceable build for Patrine. She's a Heroic Girl Lance Cav who just got her refined a couple months ago. Patrine's weapon specifically targets resistance, so she can use this Near Trace variant, and she's got decent speed for attack and speed catch. Even if you don't have a use for this Near Trace, Catch 4 is still a decent freebie. I think Nifl is definitely worth grabbing just for that. For the 4-star common manuals, these cost 100 Ephemera each. Our returning Tempest Trials unit is Nabata Hawkeye. There wasn't really the craziest builds for Hawkeye when he released, but as a low-speed tanky infantry unit, Lagu's friend has kind of blown that door wide open if you're looking for a more unique free-to-play infantry project. Now, for fodder, at 4 stars, Hawkeye has Panic Ploy 3 and Ignis. Panic Ploy is available on a bunch of other free-to-play units. At 5 stars, he has Defensive Res Ideal 3, which is on 2 other free-to-play units, but you also need to 5-star them. Hawkeye's inheritable lance is Nabata Lance Plus. If you start the turn near allies, you gain Hexblade and a status that lets units move through difficult terrain. In combat, this weapon gives +4 to all stats and extra true damage based on 10% attack. Interestingly, this lance could be used with Speed and Res Near Trace from Nifl since it grants Hexblade. Not the best inheritable or anything, but it's a fine modern option. Our other recent demote is Lapis. Despite me going for red orbs on free summons for pretty much the past year, I still don't have a +10 for her yet. With this freebie, I'll only be at +7. Now, for fodder, at 4 stars, Lapis has Luna and Speed and Defense 03. The Frickard has that Oath variant, but at 5 stars. For her 5-star skill, Lapis has Sorcery Blade 3, not the best skill by itself, but it leads into Hexblade 8 skills, and Lapis was the only free-to-play way to get this, until Candace, who has it at 4 stars. Now, her inheritable sword is Defier Sword Plus, grants +5 defense, inflicts -5 defense on the foe, and basically steals their defense field buffs in combat. Generally, I don't think that highly of this series of weapons, but we did just get a couple of defense comparing skills, so maybe it has a niche. Our next manual is Kent. At 4 stars, he has the Almighty Reposition and Speed and Defense Snag 3. At 5 stars, you can get Attack and Speed Bond 3. So Merlincia has this skill at 4 stars. For his inheritable sword, Kent has the Allied Sword Plus. This is basically a joint drive attack and defense weapon, +4 attack and defense to nearby allies in combat, and same for the user. If you need a support weapon, maybe on a sword-using dancer, then this is an option. Halloween Killen's Farmer's Tool Plus grants attack and defense field buffs though, if you prefer that. On the topic of supporting sword users, next is Sylvia, a dancer. At 5 stars, she has Deluge Dance 2, which is the Speed and Res buffing dance. We could get a tier 3 in the future. At 5 stars, she has Mirror Stance 2, which is on other units at 4 stars. Her weapon is the Barrier Blade Plus, which grants +7 res on enemy face only. It's a little old. Last up for today is Legault. At 4 stars, you can get Glimmer, Attack Tactic. They made Infantry Speed Tactic and never did another tier 4 tactic again, so I don't know what's up with that. Now at 5 stars, Legault has Swift Strike 2, only free-to-play way to get this Speed and Res booster, but it only has 1 tier for upgrade, and that's Swift Impact. Not exactly a popular stat variant. For his weapon, Legault has the Cleaner Plus, inheritable dagger that boosts attack based on the foe's total field buffs. Honestly, not a bad effect with all the bonus doubling going on, but is that enough for a weapon nowadays? That's going to be it for this video. Not the most insane month, but I would say Nifl's Attack and Speed Catch 4 is still the best general use fodder. If you want to build a tanky free-to-play infantry, Nabata Hawkeye is one of the more unique ground units as of late. He can definitely run some of the defensive skills we've been getting recently. For me, I'll take my freebie Lapis copy. I like having a demote project to chase when summoning to make it interesting, but man, Lapis has been the hardest one to chase for sure. Thank you for watching though. Be sure to use last month's Ephemera, and I will see you in the next video.